Hello, and hello, Nemo. I'm gonna try and do a relatively quick stream today because there's a stream at 3 that I want to watch, which is in a little over 3 hours. Yesterday I did a little off-stream playing, and I managed to beat a seed in like 2 hours 15 minutes. So it looks like my current settings have the potential to go very fast, although. That seems very lucky. I found hookshot like 3 minutes in, I think, and then I found magic really early as well. It was like I kept getting good items all the time in that seed that I played yesterday. So music was a bit louder than your voice, but it's not too loud. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Afro. Okay, so with speed in mind, let's try and get started. What's a good name? Neko, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Is this February 2nd? Is that anything? Is that a special day? Probably. I can't think of anything. There's a stream of Imi Bizu playing Rat Shaker, and since I'm familiar with Rat Shaker from your stream, Nemo, I'm excited to see her play it. And rats are very on brand for her, so it should be a good time. I'm gonna name this seed after the dog that I'm looking after today, who is technically not my dog, but is kind of my dog. He has a good Welsh name. We actually, so my housemate, when we were married, got 2 dogs kind of unexpectedly. Like, he talked a lot about wanting to get dogs, and then he just kind of went out and got some. I didn't really have any input in it, so I was a little bit unsure if I would be happy with these dogs that I had no input in getting, especially since they were quite small dogs and they were a little bit sort of special needs. And so, as a sort of an olive branch, he said that I could pick the names, and he had this list of names, and one of the names was Owain, and one of the names was Glendur. And oh, you're right, Groundhog Day. Well, in that case, I mean, it's got to be right. Groundhog Day is one of my favorite movies, and the time loop framing device is one of my favorite tropes in any anything. So yeah, Phil, I think, is fitting. Thank you for reminding me about Groundhog Day. But yeah, so the names for the dogs, totally by coincidence, he had the name Owain and directly below it the name Glendur, and Owain Glendur was a famous Welsh rebel who fought the English and stuff, and so naturally the dogs were named Owain and Glendur. Glendur sadly passed away the year before last, at the end of the year. But Owain's still with us, and he is mostly a good boy, but he has been pooping on the floor recently because he's old and he gets confused. Okay, so let's write some stuff down. So we've got Odd Mushroom, Kikiri Shop 165. And we also have a couple of pieces of Triforce, 125, 260, okay. I need to get quicker at typing up my notes, because it kind of does kill things if I'm just sat here not moving while my keyboard clicks. That's a lively fanfare. Okay, I get a couple more sticks. Okay. And I'll go check the hints over by the Deku Tree. We need a speedrun quartz stenographer. Exactly. So, at the most recent Games Done Quick speedrun charity event, ZFG, who's like arguably the best Ocarina of Time speedrunner, he's had like multiple world records in multiple categories. Okay, Water Temple has hammer, that's good to know. He did an Ocarina of Time no logic randomizer as part of the run, and it was really fun. It was like an interesting, difficult seed, but he had people on the couch like taking notes for him, because it wouldn't have made very good streaming for like a live charity event where you're trying to go as fast as possible if you had to stop every few minutes to write stuff down. Piece of Triforce. Okay, well, I will write that down because I'm going to check everything in Hyrule Field at some point. The so Ship of Arcanian actually has a built-in check tracker, but it doesn't have a hint tracker. So if I can see items that I've picked up in the check tracker, which is helpful if like the game crashes and I need to retrace my steps. But yeah, it doesn't have a hint tracker, which it would be a nice thing to have, and it would be very easy for them to build it in, because the ship can basically do whatever it wants. That's an interesting sound for getting a heart piece. Okay, Serenade early is nice if I can find somewhere to play it. And I got some money, okay. So hammer being in water is slightly awkward, I guess, because it's hard to do much in Water Temple if you don't have hookshot and iron boots. So we'll have to see. Maybe we won't end up getting hammer. Final Frogs is junk, okay. So as is inevitable, I think, when I'm getting like pretty close to affiliate, like this stream, if the stream has relatively decent viewership, then I should meet the criteria for affiliate. It's hard not to think, well, a year from now, when I have even more people watching, maybe I can do, the cool things that VTubers and streamers get to do with their communities, like watch-alongs and things like that. And I was thinking, what movies would I like to do watch-alongs of? Ooh, bomb choose early, very nice. Let's equip them. There's a movie which is, I don't know how well known this movie is. I know that it did very, very well for its budget. It was made on like a ridiculously small budget, like $20,000 or something. It's called Primer, and it's a sci-fi movie because it involves time travel, but it was written by people who had physics degrees, and so all of the science in it, like, bears up to scrutiny. Like, there's nothing in it which strictly violates any laws of physics. And it's I think it's a really good movie, but it's also one of the most confusing movies on a first watch I've ever seen. And so I'd love to do a watch-along of that, and then get to flatter my intellectual vanity by explaining what on earth was going on to everyone afterwards. But yeah, the whole Groundhog Day time loop thing. There's a few movies that have that in, and even the ones of them that aren't that good as movies, I still really enjoy. Like Groundhog Day, I think is just a really good movie. What's the other one? It's got Tom Cruise in it. It's called Edge of Tomorrow, which is a terrible name for the movie for what it is, but it's also sometimes called Live, Die, Repeat. I think that's another really good one. And then there's a movie called Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal, which is less good as a movie, but still it has a time loop, and so I really like it. That's a bottle. That's also really good to get early. If I can find a shield, I'm going to stay as child for a while, I think. So if this stream does well, you're eligible for affiliate. Yep, if I can have an average of 3 viewers on this stream, then I will have met all the criteria for affiliate in the last 30 days, and I'll be able to apply for affiliate, is how I assume that it works. They don't just give it to you. Lots of nuts. Absolutely. Let's equip nuts. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, and fingers crossed for a shield in here. Yay! In fact, there's a lot of stuff in here. I didn't want to talk to him. We have a very cheap Triforce piece, a very expensive shield, and a very expensive wallet. Unfortunate. Okay, well. So 2 of 5. Oh, cheap huge rupee. I won't bother writing that down. I'll just buy this now, because I need to go out and farm rupees to buy both of those shields anyway. So that's our first Triforce piece. We're on our way. I'm trying to think if there are any other movies with time loops in them. Well, there's also episodes of TV shows with time loops, right? Almost any sci-fi show is gonna have a time loop episode. There's one really good one in Farscape. Farscape is like I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure because I think it was genuinely a good show, but it's the lesser known sci-fi show that I really love. It was one of their better episodes, I think, the time loop one they had there. There's definitely been one in Stargate, at least one in Stargate, I think. I haven't seen Primer, but I know its reputation. And I've seen Edge of Tomorrow, read the manga too. That's right, yeah, it started off as a manga. The episode that got me into time loops was Cause and Effect from Star Trek TNG. Is that the one where they're playing poker? Well, there's a lot where they're playing poker, but like the one where the ship blows up, right? Yeah, that's a good one. I remember that one too. Stargate's time loop was one of the funniest, yeah. So actually, there's two Stargate episodes with time loops. There's the SG-1 episode where you've got the scene of like O'Neill and Teal'c playing golf into the Stargate in one bit, which is funny. But there's also a Stargate Universe episode with a time loop, which is another really good one. Stargate Universe is one of my favorite sci-fi shows. I'm really sad it only got 2 seasons, and I know it wasn't perfect. There were lots of stuff about it that was a little bit janky, but I really, really love that style of sci-fi with like an ensemble cast and long, overarching storylines. Because SG-1 is like great, but the episodic nature of it means that it's harder to build up good character development, I think. So I really, really loved Stargate Universe. Missed the second rupee, never mind, okay. That's one of the reasons I like Deep Space Nine so much as well, is because of the whole ensemble cast and longer overarching storylines that they were able to do in it. Also Garak. Garak is a fantastic character in Deep Space Nine. I really like him. I've been surprisingly bad at Slingshot game recently, so I'm going to try and concentrate and not screw up. Okay, almost missed that last one. Alright, so we're actually off to a really good start here with these items. So I'm going to do this area, I'm going to do Night Market, and then I think second Triforce piece, nice. I'm gonna get some bugs here, and then I think it makes sense to save warp, go back to Child, beat Deku Tree, and then I can do a bunch of stuff in Lost Woods, I can do a bunch of soul patches, I can very easily warp to Lake Hylia, I can learn Scarecrow Song, do Gruder Valley stuff, I can do Bottom of the Well. Actually, I want to hold off until I find a key for Bottom of the Well before I go in there, because then I can check everything. Okay. Damn it. Tried to cut the corner too close. It's okay. I think it's alright if I waste a bit of time here, because actually, no, I need it to be nighttime when I go back to Kahiri Forest, but I do have plenty of time, so we should be alright. There we go. Light arrows in Grod City. Don't actually care about light arrows. Uh-oh, it's turning day. Have I wasted too much time? This might be close. I really hope it doesn't turn day before I come back in. That would be a bit of a catastrophe. I think I made it. Just about, yeah. Whew. That was unnecessarily close. That's surprisingly big noise coming from such a small dogs. So the seed I played yesterday off stream, my luck was so good that by the time I got to Night Market, I already had Lens of Truth and Magic, so I could just go and do chest game immediately. Ooh. We have an incredibly cheap Ocarina, which is really nice. Now I don't have to do Ocarina items. And I'll see how much Stone of Agony is, because if I can get it, I may as well. Because it'll speed things up a bit. Come on. Yeah, I will buy that. Melkor, hi, how's it going? How much was this? That was expensive, okay. Robin, welcome in. Alright, everyone's turning up. Is there anything else for me to do here? I don't think so. So let's go back to Kiri Forest. For anyone wondering why the file name is Phil, it's because today is Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is one of my favourite movies, and Phil is the name of both the groundhog and the main character, so it seems fitting. So I found some pretty good items early on. So I'm able to go and beat Decatry right away. I'm going to get some more sticks while I'm here. I've been meaning to ask if you've ever seen the comedy show Look Around You. It sounds like your kind of thing. I have seen Look Around You, it's very good, yes. I don't think I've seen all of it, but I also know that there isn't much of it. I think maybe only 2 seasons. And not very many episodes in them, in the finest tradition of British television, where if something's good, you make like 2 seasons of it maximum, and there's 4 episodes in each season. But yeah, so Peter Serafinowicz, I think, is the main driving force behind Look Around You, and I'm a big fan of his. To be fair, Sherlock also did that, and it's not good. So I never properly watched Sherlock. My dad watched it, and so I've been like in the room when it's been on. I was never particularly impressed by it, but I have watched the H-Bomber Guy video about why Sherlock is garbage, and so I am now also of the opinion that Sherlock is probably garbage. And now back to season 37 of Gogglebox. So okay, possibly controversial opinion. I think Gogglebox is quite good, actually. I know that it's not highbrow entertainment exactly, but it's... I like how honest it is, right? It's not trying to be anything other than what it is. It's not pretentious. It's, I don't know. There's just something quite wholesome about it, I think. So I have a soft spot for Gogglebox. Strength, that's nice to have. That means I can now also beat DC when I go to adult eventually. Which is going to be not for a while, I think, because I can do quite a lot as child. On the subject of lesser-known British comedy stuff, one thing I'd really love to... Again, this is me, thinking years from now when I have a larger audience. I'd love to show people... Damn it. I'd love to show people some of the comedy shows that I grew up with, like The Fast Show, and Goodness Gracious Me, which I don't know how well Goodness Gracious Me will land for a non-British audience, even for a non-British audience of the time period that it was aired in. It's comedy specifically, or it's written by and kind of mostly targeted towards British Indian people, or British East Asian people. Not East Asian, British, whatever, the people from the Indian subcontinent, I guess I should say, because India is just a country rather than all of the countries. And so some of it is very, like, of its time, and I don't know how well some of the jokes would translate exactly. But But it is also really, really good and funny, and some of the sketches are, like, kind of timeless, I think. So I'd like to show some of those. Okay, more Triforce pieces. We're on 3 already, so we're making pretty good progress here. I guess one thing with these settings is that it is, if I get lucky, quote-unquote, I could finish a seed in like an hour if I just only find Triforce pieces. It's pretty unlikely, right? But it could happen. Oh, there's a 4th one, okay. So we're 1/5 of the way there, and we're 17 minutes in. So this could end up being quite a fast seed if we carry on like this. I should probably go out of my way to open some chests that I know aren't good items to try and find more heart pieces, because I don't want to try and do this whole thing with 3 hearts. Ooh, minuet, that's really good. And I'll open this chest before I use a chew for the one on the wall there, just in case I get a ranged weapon. No. Missed. There we go. Okay, I will pick that up because I was just saying how I wanted more health. So I know Thomas the Tank Engine is relatively well known outside of the UK, and there was like a US sort of version of it as well with Alec Baldwin, maybe. I'm curious what other children's TV shows from my youth are are known about. Is Fireman Sam at all known in the US? Because that's not just a classic children's TV show, but it's a very Welsh classic children's TV show from my youth, with some really, really good Welsh accents in it. And now we're back to the very familiar failing this same trick over and over again. I did practice this a bit, and I managed to get it first try a couple of times. And I think part of the problem was that I'm bad at pressing directly up on the control stick. And so I was not rolling and running exactly straight forward. I was going off at a bit of an angle. So if I can get this angle correct, and then actually pay attention to the direction I press on the control stick, it might be easier. But I am getting decidedly fed up with not being able to do this trick consistently. I'm also just realizing I accidentally resized the window that its ship is in, and so my angle setup is probably no longer what I thought it was, which is fantastic. Thomas the Tank Engine is so naturalized to American audience that it's basically like how most children consider Pokemon to be just another cartoon and not an anime. Today I learned Thomas the Origin. Yeah, it's very, very British. It was originally some books by the Reverend W.H. Auden, I think. W something Auden, I think. He was a priest who wrote the Thomas the Tank Engine books originally. There we go. And famously narrated by Ringo Starr of the Beatles, which was an interesting choice. Like, I wonder, did he approach them? Did they approach him? How did that come to be that former Beatle Ringo Starr narrated Thomas the Tank Engine? Fireman Sam had a DS game. That's news to me. I also, so I know that there was the original Fireman Sam, the good Fireman Sam from my youth, but then there was like the new Fireman Sam, which was all CGI and crap. Crap because it wasn't the thing I had when I was a kid, obviously. That's the only criteria necessary. Ooh, bomb bag. I wish I could get that, but I can't, but I will write it down. That's good to know. Okay. Fireman Sam also had a banging opening theme tune. It's set in the fictional town of Pontypandy in Wales, which is a combination of Pontypridd, which is a real place, and Tonypandy, which is a real place. So Pontypandy is kind of the amalgamation of those two. I once watched a video about how Taken has written the island of Sodor meets Adorno's criteria of a fascist state. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, can anyone look at the Fat Controller and really believe that he doesn't have blood on his hands in some way? How common knowledge is it what the Fat Controller's real name is? Because it's like it's a piece of trivia I know, but I don't know if it's like, oh yeah, everyone knows that, or if it's like properly obscure. His name is Mr. Totem Hat, is his actual name. No, it's one of those British names where there's far too many letters and syllables and stuff. Oh, that's interesting. I guess it does make sense that maybe they wouldn't call him the Fat Controller after like moving it to America, just because you don't need to call him the Fat Controller. That's just needlessly sizist. I remember. So this is a random sort of thing that just popped into my head, but my French teacher in school had the Thomas the Tank Engine books, or some of the Thomas the Tank Engine books, just in his classroom, like in English, not even in French. They were just in there for some reason. And I remember I was looking through one of them, and there's a scene where some kids are standing on a bridge and they're dropping stones down the smokestacks of the trains as they go past, being little mischievous tykes as kids are wont to do. And Luna Smith, thanks for following. Hi, how's it going? So yeah, the description of the book is that these kids are standing on the bridge. Thomas goes by and he deliberately does a really big chuff of smoke and catches the kids in it. And in the book, the description is that the kids ran away as black as N-words, because it was a children's book from that period of time and it was perfectly fine to use that word then, apparently. But I remember seeing this just in a book in my French teacher classroom when I was like in my teen years and being like, what the fuck? No, Luna, I appreciate the follow, and I appreciate the follow on Twitter, but I do not follow back. I only follow people who I know and I'm interested in following. So feel free to unfollow me if you need to. I don't mind. It's okay. Gordon was the green train, right? A Gordon toy was my little brother's favourite toy for a while, and he cried for days when he lost it. Turns out he'd left it in a rubber boot. I think Gordon was one of the green trains. Yeah, there was a few green trains. There was a few blue trains of various sizes. Repulsive. The children should read about Barber and his marriage to his cousin in French class. But yeah, it's kind of wild thinking back to stuff that even when I was a kid was considered relatively normal and not offensive. Obviously, I think that line in the Thomas the Tank Engine book, even when I was a kid, would have considered like a bit too far. But like the show Noddy, what was that? Shadow Key and Fire. Okay, I'll write that down. Yeah, so the Noddy books, and then there was also a Noddy TV show. And there was a set of characters in the Noddy books which were called the Gollywogs, and they were very clearly based on like racist stereotypes of black people. And it was like, this was a show that was on TV for me to watch as a child when I was a kid. It was considered perfectly fine to have these characters. Scale, that's nice. And so obviously now people have realized, oh, actually maybe we shouldn't have that sort of stuff. But yeah, even in my lifetime, it's surprising how far things have changed. I guess my lifetime is getting close to 40 years at this point, so maybe it's not that surprising that things have changed. Left A, right, okay. Left A, right, down, okay. Left A, right, down. Left A, right, down. Left A, right, down A, okay. Left A, right, down A. There we go. I have such trouble remembering that if I don't say it out loud. My brain, it is not good at short-term memory. Is this... what music is this? Is this TikTok clock? Or... I think it's something from Banjo-Kazooie. Or maybe Donkey Kong 64. It very much sounds like a Grant Kirkhope piece. Greatest Fortress of Fire Arrows, okay. I'll write that down. There's our bottom of the world key, that's really good. Oh, Frantic Factory, that's what it is, but yes, it is Donkey Kong 64, I was right. So I'll get this soul patch, these 2 scrubs. I'll get the last grotto here in Lost Woods. Ooh, beans! Wow. Okay. We're getting a lot of good stuff. This is kind of the perfect place for beans as well, because I want to plant one right here. So now, okay, now this is the bit of the randomizer that I'm not great at, where I've got to try and prioritize stuff. In what order do I do things? Because I have a lot of options right now, because I found a lot of items. So... I should go to Night Cac, but I can't get there. Ooh, sick upgrade, that's nice. I can't get there with it still being night, because it's about to turn day. So maybe what I do is... I could do the Sacred Forest Meadow and then warp to Lake Hylia. That might not be a bad idea. And then from Lake Hylia I can take the shortcut into Zora's Domain and do all that stuff, and then do Zora's River kind of backwards. But I want to make sure I enter Zora's River or Zora's Domain at night. So let's do this. Because I got plenty of sticks, so I can afford to waste some on the wolf lesson here. Ooh, a good item. So yeah, we've got 5 Triforce pieces already, and it's not even 30 minutes, so we're on track for a 2-hour seed. Obviously, there's always the possibility of getting roadblocked, but having already found explosives and an ocarina and a bottle, it's hard. And I know where bomb bag is as well. I think it's going to be difficult for this to be a really long one. I guess hookshot would be the one limiting factor right now. If I can't find hookshot, if it's in a really awkward place, then that could extend things a bit. There's a cool little, like, a swag strat you can do here where you backflip while holding shield and reflect a nut back at that scrub. Which, it looks cool when you do it, but I've not been able to do it before. Okay, I don't have any regular songs, I only have warp songs, but that's okay. Spirit Temple has a shadow key, okay. So it's going to turn day almost as soon as I arrive here. So I'll do the grotto and fishing and plant a bean and stuff first, and hopefully that'll take a bit of time for it to be night for me to get the skulls, and then hopefully I can make it into Zora's Domain. Oh, and I should definitely farm choose here. So... oh, I just realised I talked to the owl and then I didn't actually go in the grotto. I'm so used to it being nighttime when I come here, and I usually talk to the owl, get the sculpture and then come back to the grotto so that I can give the owl time to leave while I'm getting the sculpture. But it's daytime, so I didn't do that. Okay. Let me check what this item is. Nothing? Okay, I'll do Scarecrow Song and then I'll loop back around. I'll do fishing last, I guess. Okay, so that's set up ready for when I do go to adult. I can learn that pretty quick. I really like having Minuet and Serenade, because trying to get to the end of Lost Woods and trying to get to Lake Hylia, they're two of the most out of the way places. So it's really nice having both of those early on because I can get around a lot quicker. Okay. So it's starting to turn night. I think maybe the timing will work out okay. It depends how... well, first of all, it depends if the item on the wall of the lab from the sculpture there is good. If it isn't, I don't need to worry about getting it. Oh, there's Greg. That's nice to have. It means that I'll be able to get into Ganon's castle later a lot easier. But yeah, if the item on the wall of the lab is junk, then I don't have to worry about getting it. If it's good, then I have to get it, and I'm not very good at making that jump slash, so... And full money? Nice. Okay. There's a profitable scrub grotto. Or do I want to hold off on going to Zora's Domain? Because... I guess it doesn't really matter that much if I go there now or later. Because if I take the owl, I can go to Lon Lon, and I can do a bunch of stuff at Lon instead. I also need to go to Kakariko at night, because there's a bunch of stuff to do there. I do wish I had bombs so I could super slide, but oh well. Are there any other beans I want to plant? I probably want to plant one in Death Mountain Crater. If I could get to Colossus, I'd plant one there. I think that's it. I think those are the only places I really care about beans, because I already got the one by Forest Stage. And we just realised that your heart's looking a bit sickly. Yeah. One of the things with the cosmetics randomizer is you get some interesting colours on stuff. Missed. I'm never quite sure exactly where I'm supposed to stand for here. Okay. I hope. Is this a good item? That's double defense. It's kind of good, but I think... Okay, well, I don't think I have enough time to do fishing and get out and still get to... yeah, definitely don't have enough time to do this while it's night. So I'm going to farm up more chews. I'm going to pick up double defense. If I could actually get ISG. There we go. I'll go do fishing, and then I'll go to Gerudo Valley, I think, maybe? Because I can plant bugs there. How do you recognise that from below? So, it had... it looked like a heart container, but it also had kind of sparkles around it, and the only heart container with sparkles around it is double defense. So it looks different from a regular heart container. Proximal Scrub, welcome! I don't know if I'm allowed to call you Proxy, or if that's like a thing that not everyone can call you. I don't know. This is something I've realised, that there's a bunch of people who I've never directly interacted with much, but who I'm familiar with other streamers interacting with. So I see your name and I think Proxy, because that's what I hear Vivi call you, but I don't know if that's just what Vivi calls you, because I know that there are some names where it's like, that's not actually their name, it's just like Vivi said it wrong one time, and now that's like how she says it. So I don't want to assume. Everyone can? Okay, good. Good to know. Welcome. I'm a little bit... So I played yesterday, and I managed to beat my seed in like a little over 2 hours. This one is also going pretty well. And I'm a little bit sad that I was doing Triforce Hunt for it, because that seed was going so well yesterday that I could probably have beaten my normal settings in like 3 hours. So it does make me wonder, like, if I wasn't doing Triforce Hunt, if I was doing just my regular get 7 dungeon rewards and go beat Ganondorf, how quick would it have been? Okay, I've got plenty of chews, but I am going to try and farm more because you can never have too many. And this is definitely the best place to farm them. And then, yeah, head off to Gerudo Valley, I think. Or maybe I skip Gerudo Valley because I can't easily check the skull on the wall. I can get whatever's in the crate. I can get the sculpture token from the soil patch, and I can get the item behind the waterfall. I guess that's most stuff. I'd only have to go back for the cow and for the sculpture, so maybe it's not the end of the world. But then I also do want to go to Lon Lon, and I also want to go to Bottom of the Well, and I can do more in there. So I guess, yeah, I'll put off Gerudo Valley for now. Let's go to Lon Lon. Actually, no, let's go to Kakariko Village first, because I can do day stuff, and then I can wait for it to be early night, and I can do night stuff. And then, because I don't care what time of night it is when I go to Lon Lon, but I do care what time of night it is when I go to Kak. So we'll go in during the daytime first, and it's almost nighttime. Yeah, this works out really well. Okay. I've convinced myself this was the correct course of action. Nice, Pumpkin Hill. When this doesn't have the lyrics, you realise just how incredibly repetitive it is. Oops, that's the wrong button. I love having a stick upgrade because I love wasting sticks. Because, like, you know, you can do this room with only using one stick if you get broken stick. But I'm really bad at getting broken stick for some reason. I thought I knew how to do it, but then apparently not. I need to refresh myself. Okay, what do we have? 20 is a sculpture token. 40 is rupees. 30 is a Triforce piece, okay. 50 is Soraya's song, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we had Triforce at 30 skulls and Soraya's song at 50 skulls. Okay. So we're a little way off either of those. Oh yeah, I should plant a bean in the graveyard. That's another place I should do that. But I'll do that at night time, since I have to go there for Dampe at night anyway. I just about to say Zelda's Lullaby, that's perfect, because I want to go into Bottom of the Well, but no, it was not Zelda's Lullaby. How cruel. Okay, I'm pretty sure if I go out here, I'll have just enough time to get the sculpture behind the wall. But I don't want to risk missing Dampe. I don't know how much time you actually have to go and have Dampe still there. I think it's not a lot. But I think I have enough time to do this, at least. And it is nothing. Okay. So back in here, we can do all of the night cack stuff. Oh, it's still daytime. What was that noise I heard then? See, this is why I need to change the sound for. I need to not randomize the sound for it transitioning to night, because I'll miss it and not realize. I don't know who came up with the ice trap items, but I love them so much. So I think the origin of ice traps in Randomizer is that there are some chests in the vanilla game which, when you open them, have an ice trap in them. And so if you randomize the contents of all chests, some of the chests will just have an ice trap. So it was just like a natural consequence of randomizing items. But then it became a thing of, like, people love it when you unexpectedly get an ice trap. when you're streaming and playing. So they made it so that you could put in more and stuff like that. Blue Goo, thank you for the follow and welcome. Good to see you here. I almost misread that as goon greetings, and I was like, okay, sure, but no, greetings. So, I'd really love to find hookshot or boomerang, because that would mean that I could not only check everything in bottom of the well, but get everything in bottom of the well. Well, not everything, because I only have one key, but I could... if there are good items that require hookshot or boomerang, I'd be able to pick them up. But I guess that would be hoping for too much. I don't want to get greedy. I've already got a lot of very good items. Okay, slowly getting more skull tokens. Okay, so off to graveyard, we can meet Dampe, we can plant a bean, we can do the soil skull, we can do that one grave that we can pull, and then I think Death Mountain Trail, Goron City, Death Mountain Crater, yeah. There's a lot of stuff we can do. I can check that skull there as well. Money, okay. More money. It is, when you think about it, it is a little bit odd that you can go to this graveyard at night and pay the gravekeeper to just start digging stuff up. Like, obviously he doesn't ever dig up like a corpse, but he could, it's a graveyard. Okay, another Triforce piece, that's 6. Almost a third of the way there. Have a quick peek at this, because if this is not anything good, I don't need to plant the bean, which will save some time. I will, because I know that I need skulls. Okay, that one didn't dig in the middle, that one did, okay. It's really annoying, sometimes the bugs just don't dig in the middle of the soil patch, or the Skulltula doesn't come out. He's just an Edwardian medical student. Try and find any more bomb chews. No, okay. Pen Center, hey, how's it going? Wow, everyone's showing up today. Great to see you. It's going pretty well. I'm doing Triforce Hunt today because I'm trying to do slightly shorter streams on occasion. Like there's something I want to do at 3 o'clock today, so I wanted to not have a 5-hour randomizer stream. So I'm experimenting with Triforce Hunt, and yeah, it's going. This seed is going pretty well. I found bomb chews really early. I've got strength, I've got a scale. I know where a bunch of good items are. I've already found 6 Triforce pieces, which I only need 20, so definitely on our way. Ocarina and a bottle early, which is always nice. And I'm about to go do bottom of the well. Oh, and because I have Stone of Agony, I can go and peek at what the chests underwater are to see if I even need to bother doing blank A. Whoops. I could get that because I do want skull tokens. Okay, don't need that. I don't need that. Hope it continues. Sometimes these nice, early nice seeds can be unruly close to the end. That's true. But that is one thing that I really like about the Triforce Hunt seeds I've been playing, is that it's okay if some stuff you get like kind of locked out of, because you don't need to check everything. You just need to find 20 pieces of the Triforce, and so you can like search shallowly in some of the dungeons. You don't actually have to beat any dungeons technically. Have you encountered the creature yet? I am not familiar with the creature. Which creature exactly are you referring to? It was more of a question to see if there was a creature. Oh, there are several creatures in this game. I guess you could make an argument that Greg the Green Rupee is maybe a creature. There's only one of him, so he could be the creature. Any other unique creatures? I don't know. There's only 2 dead hands, and I haven't met either of them yet, although I'm about to. What do we have here? Bombag! That's really good. That means I don't have to go back to Degatree, so I will remove that hint from my notes. There are 2 dead hands, yeah. There's one in the bottom of the well and there's one in Shadow Temple. And yeah, I've yet to meet someone who played Ocarina of Time when they were young who isn't traumatized in some way by Dead Hand. Okay, I'm gonna go do this room. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do some save scumming here for keys. So I'm gonna check these 2 rooms first. Because there's only one thing in here, so it's more likely that I won't need what's in here. Although I guess I have bombs, so if there is a good item here, I can... Great. Okay, that is one of the best items in the game. Do I even bother checking the other rooms? Is it possible that there's anything in the other rooms that's better than Zelda's Lullaby? I don't think there is, and getting Zelda's Lullaby right now means I don't have to muck around with doing a vine clip to fight Dead Hand. It does mean I have to bomb hover to get Zelda's Lullaby. But I do know how to bomb hover, so, but I just haven't done it for... Okay, I'm gonna commit to this. Let's bomb hover. I only have 20 bombs. Okay. I've just saved, so I'm committed already. Triforce my fave, maybe it's just vibes, but it feels extra random. I do like when you're on, you only need one piece of Triforce left, when any check could be your last. That's kind of exciting. You don't get that with the like regular settings. Okay, so let's... Why can't I get ISG? Why is it so hard for me to get ISG with sticks? Good grief. I use all my bombs just trying to get ISG. There we go. Did I lose it? Did I lose ISG? No. Okay, good. 13 bombs should be enough. Okay, so this is not easy. This is actually quite difficult, so I may fail and have to reload the save. But I need to staircase hover. Nope. Okay, so I started my hover. Now I need to time this right. So I have to pull out a bomb and then shield drop and backflip on the right time that I can hover higher. Okay, that's one. And that's a messed up. Okay. I think I have to reload. I don't have enough bombs to do this. I should check the... Let me check the basement first. Because maybe there's a boomerang in the basement or a hookshot. But... I feel like I may have just committed myself to doing a trick that I'm not very good at. But I have bomb hovered to that item before. I know it's possible. I just a little bit of out of practice. But yeah, first thing, let me check the basement. Because who knows, maybe this is a really good item. It's not. I'm gonna get it anyway since I'm down here. Nothing. Okay. If this Zelda's Lullaby is also an ice trap, I'm gonna be inconsolable. So the timing with that's true. If it is, it's a good cliffable moment. I should look on the bright side, I guess. There is a really cool trick you can do where you get ISG, and you like do a series of backflips. You backflip off the pots and off the Dekubaba, and then also the sculpture, and you just get the item that way. But I don't know the timing for it. It looks really cool when you do it, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, first things first. Actually get ISG. I don't understand why I'm having such trouble with this. ISG is not a difficult trick. Okay, I've got 16 bombs to do this, so I should be able to... Even if I fail once, I should have enough bombs to try again. No, too early. So the reason I need 2 bombs to start this is because if you're hovering, but you're too close to the ground, Link just kind of like snaps back to the ground. So you've got to hover off 2 bombs in quick succession to get enough height to stay in the air. See, I just clip back down there. And I am not timing this well at all. Okay, that's more like it. So now the timing is, when you pull a bomb, Link's breathing animation resets, and so you want to drop the bomb and backflip when he starts exhaling for the 2nd time in the animation. So that's what I'm watching for here. So 1 exhale, 2 exhales. 1, 2. There we go. Easy peasy. Never in doubt. Definitely not sweating at the moment. Okay, now because I have that, I can do this. I'm genuinely really relieved I managed to do that. I was anticipating being there for like half an hour failing that trick. But no, it went pretty well. So now if I can find hookshot, that means I can clip through the bars and check the stuff where the like is, and so I only really need 1 more bottom of the well key in order to check that last room. Never in my life did I expect to hear breathing animation. It's crazy the things people have learned about this game over the years. Like, people like to talk about how broken Ocarina of Time is as a game, and it's true, it is very, very broken. There's an awful lot of glitches in it, but glitches are useless if there's not a consistent way to use them. And so the setups that people have found to give you consistency with all this stuff is really amazing. And so I have so many sticks, I don't really need to be getting ISG for this, but waste not, want not, I guess. Saying that I am gonna waste 1 here because it's only 1 hit and he goes back down. Uh-oh, bit close. Okay. Where's the chest? Is there ever an explanation of what Dead Hand is supposed to be? I don't know. So this is one of the weird things with Ocarina of Time is I think there's quite a lot of like adjacent lore which isn't in the game. Hookshot. What? This honestly, this is insane luck. This seed is going so well. Let me equip swap that. Let me equip swap it, please. Does this? Yeah, okay, it does work. Oops. But I need to actually be on the right item. There we go. There we go. Okay, I couldn't have asked for a better bottom of the well. Zelda's Lullaby and Hookshot is absurd. Like, what items could I even ask for at this point? I guess Slingshot or Boomerang would be kind of nice just to have them. See, I should open this because I know that I need 30 for a Triforce piece. But now I can go and check. Also, that's kind of interesting. So if I had done the Vine Clip and beaten Dead Hand first, then I would have got Hookshot, and then I wouldn't have needed to Bomb Hover for Zelda's Lullaby. But because I got Zelda's Lullaby, I didn't need to Vine Clip. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not what's supposed to happen there, but it's not the end of the world. Hopefully I can get out of this corner. Yeah. Okay, now we have to kill this to get my shield back. But yeah, if I'd got Hookshot first, I wouldn't have needed to Bomb Hover. And because I got Zelda's Lullaby first, I didn't need to Vine Clip. But on the whole, I'm happier that things went the way they did, because I got to show off Bomb Hovering, which is kind of cool. I'll just open this since I'm right here. Okay, more health is nice. And then let's not burn our shield. If this isn't a good chest, I can just leave. I do want more skull tokens. If the bats would fucking leave me alone. Okay, so that's it for bottom of the well. So where to next? I say that's it. There's still one room we haven't checked, but green fire keys look hazardous. Yeah, I think all keys are generally somewhat hazardous, but the colours on those ones, they look pretty particularly virulent. Is that the correct pronunciation? That's a word I have difficulty pronouncing correctly. Okay, let's go up Death Mountain Trail. We can do Goron City stuff. We can do Death Mountain Crater. They can start checking Great Fairy Fountains now as well, which is fantastic. It's so nice having Zelda's Lullaby early, with an Ocarina and everything. So I think with the items I've got now, I want to try and finish up what I've got left to do as child fairly quickly. Because going to adult now, I can start beating dungeons, and dungeons have much higher concentrations of items. So we haven't found a Triforce piece in a little while, but I do know where 3 are. Except 2 of them are locked behind multiple wallets, so... Can I see what's up there? Okay, another skull token. I don't have Song of Storms, so I don't have to worry about Storm's Grottos just right now. I hate the way that Goron fakes you out. The number of times I got hit by it when I was playing casually, because you're running on the left, it swerves to the left, you think, oh, I better get out of the way, but then it swerves to the right and hits you. Okay, so it sounds like the sound of it becoming daytime is Ganondorf going, huh, so I'll have to bear that in mind. Oh, and we have a banger for Goron City. I already have a Ganon's Castle small key, so we don't need to worry about that. Thieves' Hideout keyring is good. I had a hint about fire arrows being in Gerudo Fortress, so I can get them now. That was Pocket Egg, okay. Can I... Is it possible to peek at what this chest is? Because so what I can do is I can super slide and squeeze between these rocks and get this chest, but I can't get out. So I'd have to save up if I did that. I guess I can't peek. I won't do that right now because I don't want to have to. I haven't finished doing stuff in Goron City. Yeah, let's get rolling Goron. hookshot looks quite weird when you're holding it as child. Okay, water key, that's 2. That means I can check quite a lot of stuff in Water Temple. Ooh, a lot of stuff in here. We have an expensive Triforce piece. And we have an expensive eyeball frog. I always try to keep my notes at least like vaguely organized, so I have shop items from the same shop in the same place, but then I try to order them by rupee count so that I know, oh, I need X number of wallets to be able to get this one. So this is Shadow Key, Goron Shop, 175. Okay. A lot of shop items. Let's do the pot. So I should be able to get ISG and then light these torches. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, I want to do 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe that's good enough. There we go. And I might deliberately get the second prize for the pot because it drops 3 explosives. And if that's 3 bomb chews, that's great because it's 15 bomb chews. If it's 3 bombs, that's great because I don't have very many bombs at the moment. So I'll get the main prize first because maybe that's a bomb bag and then I don't have to worry about it. But let's see. Let's do the pot, me when I'm a boomer at the start of the blunt rotation. Yeah. Okay, so depending on how many bombs this is, a lot of bombs. Okay, cool. I won't bother then with the second prize because it might give me bomb chews, but might not, and in which case it's just a waste of time. Okay, so where am I going now? I want to open the shortcut to. Actually, I don't care about opening the shortcut right now. I want to go up Death Mountain Trail. Don't need to do that. Yeah, up Death Mountain Trail. And we want this. Okay, have I found any items that I couldn't just couldn't get yet because they're out of reach? I don't think so. No. Alright, so I can do the fairy fountain at the top here, and then the various checks here. I can plant a bean and bugs at the bottom, and then what? So I'm going to want to go to Lon Lon at some point fairly soon, because I can check everything apart from the cows there. So, okay, I can take the owl down from the top of here, take it down quickly, and then I think I just go to Lon Lon and it'll be nighttime. And then after Lon Lon, Zora's River, I think. In Zora's Domain. What is this Zelda music in my Zelda? Exactly. It's disconcerting sometimes when the random music is actually like appropriate music. Leave me alone. Thank you. Let's get this guy out of the way because he has trolled me in the past. It's a shame. Actually, maybe I can. Maybe it's possible. I was going to say it's a shame I can't get into the other fairy fountain. inside Death Mountain Crater, but maybe I can. Maybe you can super slide between the rocks there. I'll give it a try. I won't have very much time is the thing, because I don't have a ton of health. Okay, that's 7, so we're about a third of the way there. We slowed down progress a little bit. We were previously on track for 2 hours, now we're on track for 3 hours, but with the items we've got, I think it's still going to be pretty quick, because I can clear out all the stuff. So I actually kind of hope that I find some heart containers now, because it'll give me longer on the timer in here. Okay, another good item. Cow and House's Din's Fire. That's unfortunate. Oh no, okay, not a good item. I will write that down. I don't think there's anything that I need Din's Fire for. But it's good to know where it is. I mean, I don't even have magic right now, so it's kind of moot, but... Wow, no explosives from those rocks. Okay. What is that? A key. Cutting it a little bit close here time-wise, but I should be okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get the scrub down here. Then I'll go down. What was that? Was that a heart piece? Froze wind. Okay, it's actually probably not really super relevant for this seed. Okay, that's our 8th. Okay, so now it's time to... Oh, and I have hookshot, so I can actually... I can do this in one go, kind of. Just to give myself a little bit of a buffer, I'm gonna just get full health before I do this. The amount of time on the timer is 8 times the amount of health you have in full hearts. Not quite. Damn it. Well, we'll try that again. I think I've got the timing a bit off on Mega Flips. I think I keep rolling too early, so let's try rolling a little bit later. There we go. So we do bugs, and then we do bean. So I'm gonna wait on this this screen for a little bit for the bugs to dig, so I don't have to waste timer waiting for the sculpture to spawn. That should do it. And the skull token. Okay, well, I've got 9 seconds, which is definitely not long enough. Okay, there's nothing left for me to do in Goron City, so I should just void out here. And then ride the owl. Oh, and this also lets me get this item. Oh, a bottom of the well key. So I may as well go and check what that last item in bottom of the well was. Oh, except I wasted Navi text, so... Or did I? I've saved since then, I think? Maybe? Have I? Well, let's wait around and see. So it takes 30 seconds for Navi text to pop up normally, so if it still hasn't done that after 30 seconds, then we know that I should just go to London. And we get to listen to Pumpkin Hill while we're here. And I should have some water. I just realised I haven't actually had any water today. Okay, so it looks like we're not getting Navi text. And I should be super sliding. need to get into the habit of super sliding whenever it's even remotely relevant, just for the practice. Have you eaten more than 2 slices of toast today? I have, actually. I've eaten almost all of a Burger King burger, which I ordered yesterday and was in my fridge overnight. Because when I order fast food, I order too much, so that I only have to pay delivery once rather than getting it twice. I got a Bacon King burger, which is 2 large patties and a bunch of bacon, and I replaced the ketchup with poacher saw. Okay, well, we're going right back to CAC to trade that in. Yeah, I replaced the ketchup with barbecue sauce, and I added onion rings for a little bit of extra decadence. So that was my breakfast. So normally you're supposed to trade in poacher saw as adult after going into Gruder Valley, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it right here. Let's do it on the right. First try. Just randomly screaming. Bow. Okay, that's really, really good. Very glad I did that. Let's get hookshot back. Wow, first try twice in a row. See, equip shop isn't difficult. I just make it difficult because I don't do it enough and I get out of practice. Okay, so now we want to zoom over to Lon Lon. Get across the bridge first and then I'll super slide over there. Nope. I do love zipping around backwards quickly. It's just something kind of fun about it. One day I will learn how to zip around backwards, not in a straight line, quickly. But right now I think my controller would not let me because it's a bit temperamental about holding the correct angle. Another bottle, nice. I'll keep hold of the contents of that one in case I need a sneaky heal at some point. Slingshot, wow, like this is a very generous seed. Okay, screw it, I don't really need to... It's a short distance, I can just backwalk. I still got a little to do that. To super slide or to Hess? Because super sliding, so there's a couple of different setups you can use for super sliding. The one I'm using now is the one bomb setup, which is harder. Ooh, hole in one. But there's a 2-bomb setup which is a lot more forgiving and has an easier to hit visual cue. So I highly recommend. I forget the name of the YouTuber, but there's a guy who has a whole bunch of really good tutorials for various tricks in Ocarina of Time. I learned how to super slide from watching his video. Iron boots. Oh my god. This is a baby seed. I'm saying it now. Like this is going to be one of the easiest seeds I've ever done. The only thing that's going to make the seed difficult is if I just get unlucky with finding Triforce pieces. But in terms of the items that I've got, Godzilla's Lullaby, I guess Song of Storms is one thing that I'm missing, which would be like another nice to have. But I know where Hammer is. It's in Water Temple. I have enough keys that I can check basically everywhere in water. Epona's Song is another one that would be nice to have. But other than that, I've got, everything I could possibly ask for, really. The rat luck is real? Yeah, I'm blessed. The universe clearly wants me to not miss Imi's stream. Okay, that's it for here. I'm never quite sure if I'm rolling too early or too late when I get this. Too early, it turns out. So this super slide is a bit awkward because I get stuck on the corner here, I think. Maybe not. Oh no, I managed to miss it. So okay, I should be able to go all the way out, just holding the same angle. No, of course, got stuck on the door. Almost. Okay, so I think now I do go to Gerudo Valley, because now I can check the skull. Except it's going to be daytime by the time I get there, unfortunately, I think. So maybe I skip the skull. Or I waste even more time and hope that it goes from night to day back to night again. I don't know. I wish I had Sunsong. It would make everything so much easier. Oh, I know what I can do to waste some time. I'll check these grottos over here. I'll check the 2 grottos outside of Lake Hylia, then I'll come back this way, and then the timing should work out that it'll be nighttime when I'm by the sculpture. Oops, let's choose for this because I don't have many bombs. Okay, we're halfway to the piece of Triforce from 30 skulls. I guess we're slightly over halfway. I guess it would be nice to find hover boots. That would be another thing. Well, there's a gold chest. Maybe it's hover boots. Oh my god. I'm absolutely being spoiled. This is... Oh, wrong item. You know, I think I would have had enough time... Style Child messed up my super slide. Okay, screw it. I think I might have actually had enough time to go up into Gerudo Valley and get the skull before it turned to be daytime. Oh well. So I've got long shot and iron boots. So it's tempting to go straight to Water Temple. I even have Serenade. Yeah, I think maybe I go straight to Water Temple once I go to Adult. Actually, no. I should still go to CAC and do the shops and raise Dampe and all that stuff, and then beat DC because I can definitely beat DC, and then that gives me 4 dungeon rewards, which means that I can get into Ganon's Castle if I want to. Then I'll go do. Actually, no. Because I want to learn Scarecrow Song before I go to DC, so I can be guaranteed to get the one sculpture that you need Scarecrow Song for. So maybe I do go to Lake Hylia first. And who knows, maybe I find Boomerang, and then I just go and beat Jabu as Child, and I can go and check out Ganon's Castle straight away. It's a little bit tempting to actually nip back to Decatur real quick just to get the bigger bomb bag that I know is there, just so I have more bombs. I don't strictly need them, but 30 bombs is a lot better than 20. Okay, second Fire Temple key. If I can find a third Fire Temple key, then there's a decent argument for going to Fire Temple, because there's quite a lot of checks there, and I'll have Scarecrow Song, so I can do the ones up there. More GoldenEye music. Wasn't there GoldenEye music in this area last time I was here? Maybe it was different GoldenEye music. We might have to do a little bit of waiting around for time of day to change. Ooh, nice arrows. That's nice. Proxy, thanks for following. I appreciate it. That was too many. So here, if you side hop left and do 2 ESS turns, 1, 2, that was 3, 2, and then side hop left, you clip out of bounds and you warp right back up to the top, which is very handy if it was day when you came in and it turns night while you're here, so you can get this skull. Because otherwise you have to go all the way around from Lake Hylia, which takes a long time. Let's see. I could go get the skull in the grotto here, I may as well. I need to waste some time because I can't get it back into... Actually, wait, no, I was going to go to Zora's River, that's right, so maybe I don't actually care about wasting time. I'll wait till I have a bonus song before I do that grotto. Because it's not like I'm hurting for items, so... I can afford to leave some stuff unchecked. Let's see. These fucking guys. I'm trying to set up an angle for a super slide and they show up and mean so I can't Z target without looking at them, which is annoying. I guess we're just back walking. I just discovered I'm out of fermented soybeans, dinner is ruined. Is that a different kind of fermented soybeans than natto? It was a little while ago. I tried natto for the first time. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law had some. She's Japanese. And she doesn't really even like them. She eats them for her health. And I'd been very curious about them because I'd heard people say that they were like, gross, disgusting. But I'd also heard people describe them as being vaguely reminiscent of like strong cheese. And I really like strong cheese. So I thought, okay, well, how bad can it be? The smell of something and the taste of something don't necessarily have to have a one-to-one correspondence. And so I tried natto, and I didn't love it, but I would definitely eat it again without complaint. Let's waste a tube. Get some bombs, nice. Korean fermented paste, I see. Okay, we do have enough rupees for Bean Guy, so we'll do that first. So I should be good on time to get to the waterfall. Oh, actually, I have Zelda's Lullaby. I don't even need the Cuckoo. Wow, this is a rare occurrence. I don't have to worry about jumping behind the waterfall, screwing it up, and having to run all the way back. With that in mind, maybe I just... Actually, no, I'll do the frogs on the way out. Because I might have learned another song by then. So... on the side of greed. But I will go up here and get this grotto, because... I have time to kill. For me, the texture is just too often. The texture was a little bit unpleasant for natto, but I was having them like with some crackers or something. I had something, maybe it was some toast or something. There was something to go with them, and so I wasn't just having a mouthful of slimy beans. But the flavour was, yeah, not too bad. Although I can fully understand why some people wouldn't like it. Like, I have my limit when it comes to stinky cheese, even. Not so much the stinkiness of the cheese, but for example, my dad will get camembert and then like oh, hang on, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Okie dokie, sorry about that. I don't often get phone calls, but when I do, they're always at the worst time. What was I saying? Oh yeah, stinky cheese. So my dad will get a camembert and then just like not put it in the fridge, just leave it out, and it'll get progressively more like runny, which is nice. You know, you want a camembert to be a little bit runny, but at a certain point there'll be just an overpowering smell of ammonia coming from it. And, like, that's not my idea of a good time. It's just, like, eating chemicals. It's a bit much. What do we have over there? So I've got to remember to get the sculpture token on my way out from here. Okay, was that... Okay, I think that was the sound of it becoming night, maybe? Should be able to tell if it's... Yeah, it's dark outside, so it's night. So I can check the shop here. I don't have a ton of rupees if there is something good in here, but I can do the diving minigame to farm up some rupees if I need to, and I will real quick just grab 5 here. Ooh, a wallet. Please be cheap. Perfect. That's really good. So now I can buy Eyeball Frog, Shadow Key, Odd Mushroom, and a Triforce piece. Oops. Whoops, I keep talking to this guy. Yep. This actually also works out really well because I need 20 rupees to do the diving game. This leaves me with exactly 20. I'll grab another 5 here. I'll grab another stick and some more nuts. Okay. My luck in this seed has been uncanny. Like, things have just worked out so well so many times. Finding things like just before I need to use them. What was that? Okay. Sculpture token of shadow. So I'd like to find another fire key, I guess, because then I can do quite a lot of stuff in fire. But as it is, I've got plenty of water keys. That's an unfortunate distribution. It's going to be a slow diving game. So yeah, after I'm done in here, I think maybe it's quickest to take the shortcut to Lake Hylia, then take the owl to out in front of Castle. Actually, no, because I need to go back out through Zora's River normally because I left a bunch of stuff unchecked there. So yeah, okay, gotta remember not to take a shortcut. I love this music randomizer. It's fun. It took me like several hours to go through the list of all of the possible music random choices and just remove all the ones that I had never heard before and knew nothing about. Okay, halfway there. So we are on track to finish before 3. Which is good. Probably will be a lot quicker than that, because once I go to adulting, I'm going to really start checking a lot of stuff very quickly. But yeah, I had to filter out like 2/3 at least of the music from the pool, just because it was stuff from games I'd never played, stuff that didn't sound very good, and other things. I wanted to be like music that I was familiar with and liked. Or was like, you know, in some way memorable or remarkable. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. So I could go into Jabu and do some of Jabu, but without Boomerang, there's a fair few things I can't check, so it's not really worth it. I think it's more worth going into Jabu without Boomerang in Triforce Hunt. Another piece of the Triforce. I'm gonna remember I have Lullaby, so I can go and do this as well. Actually, have I just talked myself into it? Do I go into Jabu right now? Maybe I do. Because I can check quite a lot of stuff in there. I think there's... Let's see, there's 1, 2... I think there's maybe only 3 things I can't check in Jabu right now. So I don't have Boomerang. So actually, yeah, let's go into Jabu. Because, yeah, I can't beat it, but that doesn't really matter. I'm looking for Triforce pieces. And that means that I won't ever have to come back here. Probably. So yeah, real quick, we'll just... we'll nip into Jabu. So this is actually... So this is, yeah, an hour and a half, and I haven't gone to adult yet. This is one of the longest staying as child seeds I've had for quite a long time. Oh, bottom of the well has a green potion bottle. That must be what is in the last room I didn't check, because I checked everything else in bottom of the well, and I didn't find a green potion bottle, so now I know what that room is, and I know I don't need to go in there. Which is good. Oh, messed that up. I guess I have a spare bottle, I could just get a fish and do this the normal way, but... it's more fun to use glitches. And we'll want slingshot. I guess, technically speaking, I could even get the... I can hover up to the ledge up there and get one of the checks that I otherwise wouldn't be able to get. I don't know if it's worth it though. That hover can be tricky. It's quite easy to soft lock yourself when you try to hover off the berry in that room. I don't know why exactly. Just sometimes you just get stuck and can't move and have to reload. Another piece of Triforce. Okay, I'm immediately glad I came in here. It's already worth it. If we get lucky enough, we might not ever end up going to adults. If I can find another wallet. How did I miss that? Because I know there's a Triforce piece at 30 skulls, and there's 2 that are locked behind the next wallet size. So there's 4 that I know of. So I only need to find, if I can find 4 more Triforce pieces and a wallet, and I guess a bunch of skulls, then I never have to go back to adult. Okay, almost at 20, and I know that 20 skulls is a skull token, so technically I only need to find 29 to get that Triforce piece. So I should bear that in mind as well. I wonder what her noise will be for when she wiggles her arms above her head. I think she'll do that on the way up now. It might be random, or it might be timed if you haven't moved for a while. Yeah, okay. An underwhelming noise. I was hoping for something like adult Link screaming or something, which would have been quite funny. Okay, so I can't do this in the order I would normally do it. Oh, actually, so that's a point, yeah. Normally I'd go to the left, kill a tentacle, then do the room with all the bubbles in it. But I can't do that because I don't have boomerang, so I have to go here. And so I can... Oh yeah, this is actually the only thing I can check in here. And then I need to go back... Wait, no, I take her with me. Then I need to go back to the main room to get the sculptureless there. There's a trick you can do in this room called Vibruto. You throw Ruto onto where the chest is going to spawn, and if you do it right, then she's just like bouncing up and down on top of the chest for some reason, vibrating. It's a fan favorite, but I don't know how to do it, so... Yeah, I think I do need to save up here. Well, not, I don't need to, but I should, because it's quicker. Actually, maybe it's not even... No, it isn't quicker. This is slower. It's dumb. But never mind. Maybe... Do I hover off the berry up here? Gets me 1 extra check. Is it really worth it? I don't know. It's kind of fun, though. Come on. Alright, you... Come in. So now we just do this all the way up. Ocarina of Time is a perfectly normal game, with no bugs whatsoever. I think I got my positioning right, so I should just be able to get onto the ledge. Yep, there we go. And so yeah, I'll do... Actually, I'll do this next room first. Because I need to get two skulls in here. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay, 21, but actually kind of 22. Let's see, can I... No. All this just to get one extra check. And then we're done in here. It's also possible to do this door without the box. You like position yourself just right, and you can run off of the switch and open the door before it has a chance to close again. But I don't know the setup for it, so I will not be doing that. Okay, so now where are we going? We're just leaving here, right? And then, yeah, going out, doing the torches in Zora's Domain. And then doing Zora's River. And then I think it's finally time to go to Adult after that, and I think we're going straight to Lake Hylia, doing Water Temple stuff. Hoping to find Hammer. Speaking of Hammer... no, I don't have any quick... I was going to say I could go back to Goron City real quick and check something there, but no, I don't have any fast way to get back to Goron City. Okay, nothing in there. We already know about Soraya Song. Odd potion, okay. That's fine. So we want to play Zelda's Lullaby for the Frogs, and I think that's it for here. Oops. Because there was no good item. Yeah, it was 20 rupees, okay. I don't have storms, so I don't have to worry about playing storms for the grotto. Be cool if I didn't fall off the log. It drops. Okay, cool. So it was actually a worthwhile item. Let's go down through the water so I can get a few extra rupees. Because I am going to want to go shopping soon. Oh, that's a point. Are there any items that are only in child shops that I want to get before I go? So we've got a wallet that I can't afford in a child potion shop. And then everything else is, yeah, it's all good. Okay. So, just off to castle, I guess, and back to adult. It's a shame I don't have Bunny Hood. Be greedy to ask for too much at this point. This is a terrible angle. Okay, maybe I can try and transition this into a super slide? I did! Oh, and I should check this grotto, since I have some time. It's very rare that I'm able to transition a super slide into an extended super slide, which is what that allows you to turn around corners. Because my controller, you have to hold the controller in a very specific sort of spot where the control stick is just outside of the dead zone, and it's hard for me to do because my control stick is kind of worn, and so it's got some give in it where it doesn't register any input and then suddenly registers an input. So it's hard for me to consistently get ESS position. Ice trap in the ice cave, how original? Exactly. Sometimes the game is quite fitting. Oh, I can do bomb tree bowling. Oh no, I already did bomb tree bowling, didn't I? Did I already do bomb tree bowling? I don't remember. I'm gonna... It's not cheating. It's just a memory aid. I have not done bomb tree bowling, so let's do bomb tree bowling. I must have just forgotten to do bomb tree bowling because I got bomb trees really early, didn't I? I'll take that because it gets me closer to a Triforce piece. Cool timing. I need to learn the setup so that there's a setup that's consistent for getting the target, the last target, and the second targets if they're on the sides. But the second target can also be in the middle, and I don't know what the setup is to consistently get it if it's in that position, which is a bit frustrating. It means I have to play the second target normally. Okay, what else? Another one. Okay, sure, why not? We're in a rare situation where skull tokens are actually pretty good. I've seen tool-assisted speedruns of this where there's a 1 pixel gap in the wall of the second target that you can squeeze a bomb chew through, and so you don't actually have to hit the second target at all. You can just skip straight to the third one, which is kind of fun. Oh, and I should visit the Great Fairies fountain over here as well before I go. I'm just thinking, so I do want to go to Lake Hylia as adult fairly early, but if I go to DC first, that means I can go via CAC, and that means I can check the shops, which are going to be heavy in checks, and now I've got a wallet upgrade, I can probably buy some stuff there, so... Good news, after significant scraping, there was just enough bean. Congratulations, I'm happy that you were able to have sufficient bean. As a British person, I'm well familiar with the tragedy that is insufficient bean, although that would be beans on toast, or baked beans just generally, rather than specifically beans on toast. Thinking about it, I don't think I've ever had beans on toast myself. I've had plenty of baked beans, and I quite like baked beans if I can mix some ketchup in with them. I find that the sort of the standard baked bean flavour is a little bit flat for me, but I've never had beans on toast. I guess it's that I don't like beans enough to ever make beans, but I'll eat them if they're served to me. Spider high above the icy waters. Holds okay. Haunted Wasteland's foolish. Let me write that down as well. So we had a Triforce at adult fountain, and then it was Wasteland foolish. And our final hint. Oh. In a meadow, Shake teaches hover boots, so I can just warp directly to get hover boots. This seed is insane. It's giving me so much good stuff. I'm not really a fan of the sweet bean sauce that the United Kingdom is accustomed to. It's definitely its own thing. I'm really tempted to just go directly to Sacred Frost Meadow to get what's it called? Hover boots, because it's really nice having hover boots. So I'll do that. Oh, but it's daytime. And I want it to be nighttime. I'm gonna be... Yeah, I'm gonna be going back there at some point. There's hover boots. So let's get them. Okay, and then... I guess I'll go here and I'll learn Scarecrow's song. But I won't do anything else here, because I just want Scarecrow's song for Dodongo's Cavern, just in case. And I'll come back here after Dodongo's Cavern and Ganon's Castle to do actually do Water Temple stuff. Do I have anything to trade here? No, okay. Oh, but I know where Eyeball Frog is. It's a Goron shop, okay. To be fair, the garbanzo bean is about a third of my diet, so I can't judge. Garbanzo beans is the same thing as chickpeas, right? It's just a different name for the same legume or pulse or whatever it is. And I guess I may as well check lab, because I can do 2 checks there real quick. And I may as well also check the... Okay, I'm slowing myself down a little bit by adding on to stuff, but it's good to farm bomb chews. The very same. Okay, good. It's something that I still, like, occasionally get a little bit... Not, like, self-conscious exactly, but I'm aware that there are some things that I still think of by their British names, and if I use the British name for something in the presence of some Americans, then they'll get very, very amused. And sometimes their amusement is not one that I share, depending on how they express it. I'm also very familiar with getting stick from my family, because I'll accidentally use an American word for something, and I'll be like, no, you mean pavement, or boot, or, you know, cot, rather than crib or something. It's... God forbid I use a slightly different word for something. I guess Goron Tunic would be kind of nice to find, because I don't have much health. He says as he gets more health. Okay, one more round of... Oh wait, no, I should check this item as well while I'm here. Throw in some Aussie words just to mess with them. I don't think I could pull off Aussie words. Like, I really love the Australian vernacular, and I like that I know the meanings of many of the Australian words that sometimes confuse people. But I don't think I could pull it off. I don't think my accent is quite right. I'd sound like I was taking the piss. I'm usually fine with regional differences, but calling the hood of a car a bonnet is too far. We got to agree to disagree on that one. I think that's just what it's called. It's not my fault that you were raised incorrectly to call it something else. Like, why is hood any more appropriate than bonnet? They're both items of headwear. It's actually, now that I say that, I do wonder, like, why is the bit of the engine, or bit of the car that covers the engine? I guess it's because it covers the engine, like a hood or a bonnet would. Okay, I answered my own question. It was no great mystery. Okay, let's do... Okay, I'm pretty sure I get stuck on fences if I go this way, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try to do it anyway. Is the engine the car's brain? Interesting point. Yeah, immediately stuck on a fence. Cool. Okay, well, let's get past the fence and try that again. Yeah, I would have thought that the engine was the heart, but then for old cars in particular, like they were purely mechanical. There was no like electronics really, other than the spark plugs. It's not, they didn't have a computer in them like modern cars do, and so it was both the heart and the brain. I guess if you subscribe to the ancient Greek understanding of what the brain was for, then the radiator is the brain, because they thought that the brain was just an organ for cooling blood. And that the heart was where like emotions and stuff came from, and thought. Okay, so I can do quite a lot here. Heaven help us if the driver is the brain. Yeah. I'm not the best driver, I will be the first to admit it. Like, I have got into car accidents in the past, which were entirely my own fault. Never anything serious. No real damage done. But, I see what some people do when they're driving, and it just boggles my mind. Like, how are you alive if this is how you drive? I don't need to go in there yet. Hello. Give me an item, please. Another water key, that's good, because we want to go there. Here's a happy cucko. I've returned after a delicious meal. Welcome back, Bluegill. What did you have? Please describe your delicious meal in detail. I like hearing about food. I learned recently that the aluminium is actually the older word... Oh, wait, hang on. Aluminum is actually the old word, and aluminium arose because of a single writer of a British periodical thought it sounded better. I do remember that there's like a surprisingly convoluted and involved history of the aluminium-aluminum thing. What I will say is, look at the names of all of the other metals. Not all of them, but like almost all of the other metals, right? They end in ium, magnesium, francium, cesium, rubidium. They all end in ium. So the original name proposed for that metal was alumium. But then we got aluminum, and then we got aluminium. Aluminium, I think, is objectively the correct one, based on the pronunciation or the spelling of all the other metals in the periodic table. So I have long shot. I'm pretty sure if I can aim quickly, it's much quicker to do the last bit of this race using long shot. So I'll try that, or maybe get a good Dampe time for once. That's why we should call it aluminum. I wouldn't hate aluminum, right? Aluminum and aluminium, I don't really care one way or the other, but I reject aluminum with my entire being. Cool, we got that little quick thing. Okay, now, can I aim at a torch quickly? Yes. Not too bad. One thing that caused me like a deep psychological and borderline physical pain when I was studying physics. Another water key, cool. When I was studying physics, there's a branch of physics called quantum chromodynamics. Chromo is in color, because when you talk about quarks and the force that holds nucleons together, so that like the protons and neutrons within the nucleus, the force that holds them together is the strong nuclear force. And the theory that unifies the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force, and electrodynamics is called quantum chromodynamics. Quantum electrodynamics unifies the maybe quantum electrodynamics maybe is just the quantum description of the electric force, maybe. But yeah, anyway, quantum chromodynamics, QCD. The word color is used to describe a type of charge that particles can have, and so various things can be said to have color, but color is explicitly spelt without a U because it was American scientists who coined the name, and so I had to write color without a U when describing color for QCD stuff, which made me sad. I gotta get ready for work. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for stopping by, Proxy. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time, and have a good day at work. But yeah, the reason that it's color is the same reason that the different types of quarks have their names. So we had the up quark and the down quark, which is, I mean, as good a name as any, right? But then we have the strange quark and the charm quark. And there's also a top and bottom quark, which is funny in its own right, but the T and B originally stood for truth and beauty before someone put their foot down and said, no, we're not having that. They can just be top and bottom. The reason for all of that is drugs, because they were named by physicists who were all like off their face in the 70s and stuff, so 60s and 70s. So we have some very silly names for stuff in physics. There's also a concept in quantum mechanics of what's called the cross-section, which is not the actual like physical size or something, but it's kind of analogous to that in the sense that the higher a cross-section is of some interaction between particles, the more likely it is to happen. And so, let's say, you know, like an electron bouncing off a proton has a cross-section of such and such, and the unit by which cross-section is measured is called a barn, as in hitting the broadside of a barn. Because again, there was a time in history when physicists were not taking things very seriously, and a lot of it was LSD, I think. Okay, I have 29 skulls, which is enough to go and get my 30 skull reward. So let's do that. That'll put us at 13 Triforce pieces. So this is a sculpture token. And we've got to go out and back in again because they don't become saved instantly. You have to reload the area. And now we can get our 30 skull reward. Oops. Okay. Kind of curious. Okay, so there's a little known noise in the game where if you manage to hit the people in the House of Sculpture, they make it's really quite a weird noise they make. When that's randomized, I guess. I wasn't sure if it had actually been randomized in this scene. I wanted to see if he'd make it. Okay, so we're going to Dodonga's Cavern, and we're going to go and clear Dodonga's Cavern. Then I guess we do Goron City stuff since we're right there. And then we finally go to Water Temple. We can do a bunch of stuff in Water Temple now that we have 4 keys. Although we also have 3 fire keys. So I can do a bunch of stuff in Fire Temple as well. I'm still willing to forgive the barn. However, the choice to make the kilometre and not the metre the SI unit is a blood feud-worthy offence. Is the kilometre the SI unit? I don't remember. I know that the kilogram is the SI unit rather than the gram. The kilometre being the SI unit is silly. Because in science, when do you care about kilometres? Really? One of my dearest wishes is that eventually the US gets over itself and adopts the metric system, because at this point the only reason not to is American exceptionalism, which is not a good reason to do anything ever. Like, the UK is bad enough, right, where the road signs and the speed limits are still in miles, but, like, almost everything else is in metric. Another bottle. But, like, how do you do science and engineering in the US when you're working in, like, foot-pounds and inches and stuff? It's just insane. Cool. My car gets 40 rods to the hog's head, and that's the way I like it. Exactly. I do enjoy reading about pre-metric stuff in the UK, and also pre-decimal currency in the UK is really interesting to me. There was arguments in the UK that pre-decimal currency would be the decimal currency would be too complicated and people wouldn't understand it, when it's, you know, there's 100 pennies in a pound and that's it. Whereas the old British currency system was that there were 12 pence to a shilling and 20 shillings to a pound, making a pound 240 pence. And there were like all sorts of various different coins, like tuppence and sixpence and a threepenny bit and, you know, God knows what else. Half a crown, a sovereign, a florin, all this sort of stuff. I need to update my notes because I got some of these items. I don't have them in here. Okay, so we have 6 Triforce pieces left. I know I can go and buy one from Kokiri Shop, so we're technically 5. So now we're at 4, okay. Wow, I've got hardly any money left. I need to find some rupees. I may as well get this. I know that 50 Sculptures is Soraya's song, and so it's at the edge of possibility that maybe I end up needing Soraya's song because I get a massive drought of items. I tend to doubt it, but better safe than sorry. So after I beat DC, it is... I know I said I wanted to go to water, but I know that I can get into Ganon's Castle, and there's a lot of checks I can do really quickly in Ganon's Castle, so I think maybe, depending on how many Triforce pieces I have, maybe I go to Ganon's Castle instead and try and finish there. Oops. There's another one. Okay, it's looking more and more likely that I'm going to Ganon's Castle. I might not even need the one from the shop that I know about. Because the Australian dollar was set to an exact number of Australian pounds during decimalisation, it's still technically possible to render the prices in guineas. No one does this. I'm glad that no one does that. Oh wait, I need to... I missed. I won't bother going back for that one. It does drive me a little bit nuts that horse race prizes, in the UK at least, are still measured in guineas. I'm not even entirely sure what a guinea is. Is a guinea a pound and a shilling? Oh, one thing that I thought was really cool. So, the transition from non-decimal to decimal currency in the UK, obviously they couldn't just replace all of the coinage overnight. So they were quite clever. They made it so that the new coins, you could use the old coins in place of the new coins. So, like, an old shilling could be used and be worth 5 new pence. And an old tuppence could be worth, you know, yeah, like whatever, 2 pence still. And back then, I think pounds, they didn't have pound coins. Pounds were still paper money, so a pound note was still a pound note. And so there was this weird sort of overlapping period where you had the old money, and so like people would still refer to 5 pence as a shilling, even though it wasn't a shilling anymore. It was 5 pence. People still call, like, so that one of the names for a shilling was a bob. I don't know why. And so like 10 bob was 50 pence. Except it wasn't, it was 60 pence back in the day because a shilling was 12 pence, but 10 bob is still referred, like maybe older people in the UK would still refer to a 50 pence piece as 10 bob. Okay, what's this? Another Triforce piece? Yep. Wow, we're really zooming now. 3 left. And technically, I could go and buy one right now from Kikiri's shop, and I know where one is in Zora's Fountain. So, feels highly likely that I beat Dodongo's Cavern, go to Ganon's Castle, and why did that not trigger the eye? I go to Ganon's Castle and just finish the seed in there because there's a lot of checks in Ganon's Castle. I can get all of them, I think. I'm always really careful when trying to get out of these eye sockets because I don't want to jump off by accident. I was jumping off on purpose, so that's okay. So I've got 3 more checks left in Dodongo's Cavern. If I'm really lucky, all 3 of them are Triforce pieces. I think that's highly unlikely, though. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 or 14 checks in Ganon's Castle. So the chances of me finding at least one is very high there, I think. So we're in the end game of this seed, I think. And it looks like I'll be finishing plenty of time to catch the stream I wanted to catch, but also at a good time to feed the dog, because it is about time for the dog to have his lunch. He's a good boy, so he deserves to have his meal on time. Although he has been, as I said, pooping at the house, which is not the actions of a good boy, but he's complicated. It's really weird. He went through a period of never ever wanting to go out into the yard. He would be scared about going out for some reason. And then just kind of overnight almost, he was like, no, I like going out into the yard. I enjoy it. And he would be like running downstairs to go out. And then he went back into his I don't like going outside phase. I don't know what's going on. One day, I plan to own a normal dog. But it's not going to be for a while, I think. It's a key. Okay, I'll pick that up. Would I like this to be a fire key, I guess? Okay, a forest is fine. I'm spoiled for choice. Like, basically, almost wherever I go next, I'm going to find enough Triforce pieces to beat the seed, probably. I think it's quickest to go to Ganon's Castle. But if I don't find enough Ganon's Castle, I could go to Forest and do some stuff in Forest. I could go to Fire, I could go to Water. I don't think I will go to Water. I know that was originally the plan, but I'm so close to finishing now that the early checks in Water Temple are actually kind of slow. It'd be quicker to go to Forest Temple or Fire Temple. So I guess it looks like the last stream I did, I got quite unlucky. It was a relatively long seed for these settings, because this is going to be another like less than 2.5 hours, like my one I played yesterday. I guess King Dodongo is logging off. I should have some more water. Did I get a hint about what item the prelude check was? I don't remember. Well, we're about to find out, because I'm about to save one back there. Oh wait, I need to actually go up here to get it. Okay, nothing. Oh, but I'm gonna want some money for the scrubs. So, yeah, real quick, I'm just gonna go and farm the pot in the Poe shop before I go to Ganon's Castle. There's 4 scrubs, so we want to go one more. Strictly speaking, I guess I didn't need that, because if I healed up before I got the scrubs, then they would give me rupees, which would mean I would have enough rupees. But better safe than sorry. Okay, so I'll check the skull outside here first, because you never know. This is, unless I'm very much mistaken, another Grant Kirkhope banger. He composed so much good music. I learned the other day as well, not only did he compose so much, like, really, really good music for the various games that Rare made on the N64, he also voiced Donkey Kong in, like, almost everything that Donkey Kong had a voice in. Like, he was the voice of Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong 64, he was the voice of Donkey Kong in, like, loads of stuff, which is crazy. Just some Scottish guy. Just so I get more rupees out of these guys, just in case I need them. Okay, more health. Unlikely to matter at this point, but it doesn't hurt. Already I'm just looking for Triforce pieces at this point. Watch now, I'll go into Light Trial where there's 7 chests and they'll all be junk. And it will have been all for naught. Highland Kong, yeah. I'd love to have seen the Mario movie. Donkey Kong was in that. I forget who voiced him. I want to say Seth Rogen, maybe. I would have loved it if they'd have got just someone with a really thick Glaswegian accent to do it. If you're not careful in that room, you can accidentally, like, walk through the door, and it kind of bugs out a little bit. So I'm always cautious when trying to line up. Okay, 2 good items. If they are both Triforce pieces, then we're really close to being done. Strength, okay, that's also nice to have, just in case, I guess. Okay, there's 1. We can check this room. Donkey Kong posted up with Pizza Crunch and Iron Brew, yeah. Or, I guess, if Donkey Kong is Scottish, then presumably the other Kongs are also Scottish, and the only inference I can draw there is that the reason Lanky Kong looks the way he does is because he's a recovering heroin addict, or possibly still in the throes of addiction. Because he's pretty skinny, is old Lanky. How did I miss that? He's a Trainspotting character. He is. He's Spud from Trainspotting, basically. Okay, nothing. What I should be doing now, really, is just going to the 2 places where I know that there are Triforce shards. I know that there's one in Kokiri's shop that I can get if I get some rupees, and I know that there's one in Zora's Fountain, but both of them are a little bit out of the way. And I prefer it being a surprise, if at all possible. So, let's see, maybe we get one in here. So this could be one. Yep, okay. One left. Will we find the last one inside Ganon's castle? We already found 2 in here. There are... Let me think. Okay, I have long shots, so I can get both the checks in Shadow Hill. So there's 5 checks left in here. This could be it. This could be the end. Nope. Prescription. The tension as the cutscene plays and I hold up the item. It's palpable. So I'm not going to bother checking the Ganon boss key chest, just because it's kind of out of the way, and there's quicker things to get to. I should be able to get this guy, yeah. And then I should be able to get across here, yeah. And I should be able to get here. Nothing. Okay. Okay, let's go to Forest Temple. Because it's quick to get there. Actually, let's go to the check that I know is one. Let's go to the Kikiri shop. I'm gonna check things along the way. There's a sculpture in here I can check. And there's... Pardon me, there's some stuff in Lost Woods I can check as well, I think. But we are heading towards an item that we know to be a Triforce piece, and so if I can buy it from a shop and end the seed, then I'll do that. Perfect. I needed money. So I have Odd Potion, right? So yeah, there's 2 checks for me in Lost Woods, one in Forest Stage area, the gold sculpture there, and then... but I guess to get to the check with Odd Potion, I have to leave Lost Woods anyway. So I guess we're not checking that one. So yeah, we go out. I'll check the sculpture outside here first, and then we're going into the shop and we're ending the seed. I'm just trying to give the seed an opportunity to surprise me rather than it be an item that I know will definitely be. No, okay. It was not to be. We're buying our way out of this one. Capitalism wins once again. And there it is. It's time. That was pretty fast. Obviously, I got very... Would I like to buy something else? I wonder what happens if I say yes. Because now the game's supposed to end. Okay. Is there anything I want to look up in the spoiler log? I don't think there is. I feel like I know where everything was. I got hints for all the big items. I guess I didn't know where some of the songs were. But this one was very fast. This is another one where if I wasn't doing Triforce Hunt, I'd probably still be beating the seed in 3 and a bit hours. Because I've got so many good items. I know where Hammer is. I would have got into Water Temple, I'd have full cleared water, I'd have found Hammer. I'd have got into Fire, I'd have almost full cleared Fire. I'd have found 1 extra forest key in full cleared forest. Then I would have had everything I needed to go and beat Ganondorf. It was very, very quick. So... yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss what to do now. I thought this would take longer. Oh, and we also get a Curse You Phil. This is why my mind's going blank. What's the name of the actor? Bill Murray. That's it. Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, when he's getting sick of the groundhog. Curse You Phil. Yeah, I don't even think I want to check the spoiler log, because I guess like where was Song of Storms would be maybe interesting to know, but I don't need it. Like I already have everything I need to beat the seed, I think. So yeah, I will start looking for someone to raid, I think. Hopefully there's some people on, because it's kind of middle of the day. Let's see. Anyone I follow? Oh, Vivi's streaming. Well then, of course I'm going to raid Vivi. It'd be rude not to. I appreciate anybody who has been having me open in a side tab while Vivi has been streaming. I have to assume that anyone who wants to watch me probably wants to watch Vivi more. So I appreciate you you sticking around if that's the case. But yeah, let's all go say hi to Vivi. And judging by the number of viewers who are in the raid, I think I can confidently say I have met the requirements for affiliate, and so I'll be applying for that at my earliest opportunity. Thank you everyone for stopping by today. I really do appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me. I don't know how, like, I think I have to ask for affiliate. I don't know when I'm given the opportunity to say yes. I'll work that out. I'm not in a big rush. I need to feed the dog. I need to do other stuff. So, but yeah, again, thank you everybody. I really do appreciate it an awful much. Yeah, let's raid out. Let's go say hi to Vivi. I don't have a raid message because I still haven't figured out that sort of thing. But maybe just, I don't know. You're all professional raiders. You know what to do. And you go into your settings and apply to complicate your taxes. Yeah. Actually, that's the point. I need to file my taxes for this year as well. I finally got like the extra forms I needed from other stuff, so I can do that now. Fun. All right. Thanks again, everyone, and I will try and stream again relatively soon. Bye for now.